Eating vegetables make you tall? I want to eat vegetables too. What are you saying? Hey Green, I've been studying hard as well, not slacking off at all. Well, it's about time I go exercise. See you later. Hold it right there. You might want to think about softening your tone when questioning others, particularly a child. Oh, hello. I was wondering. Forget it. Fuhua, could you ask her? Did you see what happened at the vegetable stall over there? Let me think. There was a tall man who took some vegetables from there. He had nice brown hair. Perfect, that's great. Thank you very much. Alright, so we're looking for a young man, tall, with brown hair. Green's brow furrowed, as if she was pondering a difficult decision. Was there anything else you needed? Green turned her head to look at the girl, who was beside herself, anxiously. Don't forget to study well and exercise. The next time we meet, I'm going to check and see if you've improved. The girl gripped her ball tightly and nodded vigorously, turning and running without looking back. Everyone just can't stop talking to Orange, but when it comes to me, they all clam up. Do they think I'm too domineering? When I used to be a class monitor in school, I was also concerned about whether my demands on everyone were excessive. I wanted to be sure the classmates who tended to skip class had studied before exams, if those who loved to play games had rested enough. So whenever they saw me, their first reaction was to give me more of a status report as to their studies, rather than simply chatting with me freely. Have you ever been envious of the way other people interact? I've never really thought about that. However, social interactions are like a mirror. The way you interact with others often gives them an impression that you would prefer to be communicated with in the same way. Interesting. Would you look at the time? I'll definitely think over what you said. But for now, we need to continue our investigations so that we don't delay any of our plans for later. I see you're a girl of punctuality. So did the vegetables grow legs and walk off on its own? Hello, may I ask what's happening? Nothing serious. I turned around and the vegetable that I placed here was gone. Another case of missing property. Strange. It feels like there's been an abrupt increase in theft cases. Something's not right. Not a big deal. You can leave if it's too much trouble. We would never abjure my responsibility towards citizens' lost property. Now let's get down to it. Why is this box labeled flood prevention supplies placed so haphazardly here? Flood prevention supplies shouldn't be stored in a box like this anyway. Another disguised. Cleverly done. People passing by don't usually pay attention to public facilities. These wooden boxes are sealed up pretty tight. Do you want to try prying them open? It might take a while. It doesn't look sturdy. Breaking them might be easier. If this is another box filled with stolen goods, try not to damage what's inside. A piece of paper. Is that all that's inside? What does it say? CTE is florist, a green, a purple, and one yellow flower. We didn't hear the flower shop owner say they lost anything. Perhaps this is a tip-off. If it were a tip-off, they wouldn't have placed it in a lockbox. To me, it seemed more like some criminal plotting a haste. A haste? Wait a minute, do you see that guy? He matches the description the girl gave us. If this note really is about upcoming haste, this may go even deeper. Let's not alert him for now. Alright, let's quietly follow him and see what he's up to. Wait, the residents here all know me, so I'm afraid you'll have to follow him alone. I'll be nearby, keeping an eye on you. Please rest assured, the mission has been handed out, and everyone is hard at practice. I've marked the meeting venue and will definitely get to it. Relax, I placed an alarm on the mechanism. Anyone that's not us will fall into the trap. That's all. If there's anything new, Who are you? Are you a rookie who wants to join us? Yes, I am. It has always been there, yet we ignore it. We are part of the city, yet it excludes us. What is it? You don't even know the museum. You're not one of us. Not good. Need to catch up. No way you're catching up. Could the meeting info be on the slip? Gotta go over to check out. Fuhua, I know a shortcut. Follow me. Green, are these wooden crates public property? The most important thing now is to get to the meeting info. Forget the rule about do not damage public property. I see. The path is blocked again. The barrier seems to be controlled by the mechanism aside. Let's take a look at it. The mysterious young man seemed to have mentioned an alarm. Do we jump into action or act with caution? This is the controller. We can burn the wire to take care of it. The path should be clear now. Let's head back. Vegetable, a glove, and children's candy, all of the missing stuff mentioned by the residents. We found the spoils. Let's look around for more clues. I hear someone talking. That him? Let's sneak over and hear what he's talking about. Everyone's here, and things are going well. Did you encounter any trouble on the way? Of course not. Don't worry, everyone has become more proficient. It won't be long before we get our hands on the museum key. Are they intending to gain access into the museum? What is it about the museum that's got these thieves so curious? Well, now that they're all in one spot, it'll be easier to question them. I'll contact the backup team first, and then we'll go in for the arrest to prevent any evidence from being destroyed. In an inconspicuous corner, a few residents gather together as if engaged in a casual conversation. So, is this where the party is? The thieves sitting in the circle turn around, only to find a fuming Green staring at them with a death glare. Green, what are you doing here? If I were you, I'd be worried about something else. I've caught you red-handed, so don't even bother feeding me any more pathetic excuses. You train new members by having them steal low-level items. You knew that residents wouldn't pick up a fuss about a few trivial items gone missing. They'd be dropped soon enough. I won't stand for criminal behaviors of any kind, petty or major. You train your accomplices to steal, all to acquire the museum key. How did you find out? I only have one question. Why are you going after the museum? Wasting my time won't help you. Like I said, you've been caught. The jig is up. You're only serving to make me more upset. Because you must have hidden secrets in the museum. Otherwise, why would only representatives like you have access to it? What would make you think that? Speak. I found a file on the south of the city. It said that there's a secret in the museum that could overthrow the city. We were afraid that the city would be destroyed because of this. What kind of file? What did it look like? It's been burned. Someone cut out letters to make it. She doesn't seem to be lying. If there's someone orchestrating this, perhaps we can continue investigation based on where the file was found. Thank you, Fu Hua. Without you, I might have ended up erroneously pegging this as a petty theft case. You're welcome. Hey Fu Hua, do you have time? I'd like to ask you a favor. There's something I want to try out. Sure, I'm available. Alright, first, let's return the stolen goods back to their rightful owners. Green, honestly, the oranges aren't that a big deal. You found them. Here are your oranges, Larry. Be more careful next time. Honestly, Green, I've been a model citizen. I've been taking care of public property and even doing volunteer work. I haven't done anything wrong. We found your missing oranges. What a relief. Thanks, Green. I'm surprised you even remember something this minor. You're so responsible. Thank you. The young man smiled as he waved and nodded at Green, then returned and left leisurely. I was trying to imitate Orange's style, so why did he steal? Fu Hua, don't tell Orange about what just happened. Actually, it would be even better if you just forget all about it. Alright, but why did you want to imitate her? Because of that stuff you said about interactions being like a mirror, if I mimic Orange's style, maybe everyone will like me more. I wasn't referring to just interactions, but intent as well. Intent? You treat the residents sincerely and care about even the most insignificant things. The residents pick up on that and appreciate the effort you're putting in. You asked me if I envied the way my other classmates communicated. Everyone has different ways of expressing themselves. It doesn't affect how much they trust you. That's a connection that's unshakable. I understand what you're trying to say, Fuhua. Even though I know that the residents trust me and what I'm capable of, surely they still prefer a representative who's approachable. Every class needs a strict class monitor to pull everyone together, and the same goes for a city. It needs both an approachable representative to communicate with residents and a more stringent one to address and solve problems, so everyone can live and work in peace. Your diligence and earnestness allowed you to confront those thieves and get them to confess their crimes. That's because everyone's afraid of me. Anyway, thank you, Fuhua. I understand that everyone trusts me and what I'm capable of, and this is a job of being rigid is a pro, not a con. So you don't have to imitate the way others interact. You're perfectly fine just the way you are. You said you forget what happened. Yes, I've forgotten. A rare look of embarrassment flashed across a typical austere grin, but she rapidly rubbed her face and quickly returned to her usual composed self. She sighed heavily and nodded at Fuhua. Thank you, Fuhua. You're welcome. By the way, if there's any way I can help in the upcoming investigation, I'd like to be involved. Sure, having your help would make things much easier. After I take them back and go through all the necessary paperwork, we'll plan the next step together. Alright. Thick clouds hung in the darkening sky, like a vague mist enveloping the city skyline. Gazing at the receding figures of Green and the others, Fuhua once again fell into contemplation. The afternoon sunlight cast a comforting warmth over the city. Amidst the languid and relaxed atmosphere, a bustling figure caught Fuhua's attention. Is that Purple? As if sensing Fuhua's gaze, Purple, who had been engrossed in her notebook, suddenly looked up. Miss Fuhua! Before Fuhua could respond, she immediately rushed toward Fuhua while holding her thick notebook. She stopped a few steps away from Fuhua and curtsied while lifting the hem of her skirt. Are you here for me? Is there something I can help with? I was just walking around, and besides, you seem quite busy. Purple raised the notebook to Fuhua. A page that was covered with various scrawled notes caught Fuhua's attention. This is some ideas for this year's celebration. I'm still the one planning it. Does the city have regular annual celebrations too? Of course, to celebrate another year of peace and tranquility, everyone gathers at the square for a big bash. Sounds like a fun time. Hearing this, the smile vanished from Purple's face. I wanted to make some changes to the celebration this year because you are visiting, but... Purple scratched her head in frustration. All my ideas are completely dated and unimaginative. Oh, wait. Purple looked up pleadingly. You're from another place, aren't you? You must have lots of different ideas that people from here wouldn't have. Actually, I'm not really good at. Please, you must have some ideas, right? Well, let me think. I went to Chang'an a few days ago. Thanks to Orange and Green, the security bars there have been restored to normal. Bars? That doesn't sound terribly relevant to the celebration. Did anything else leave a deep impression on you? The broken Chang'an and the bustling Qiming seem like two different worlds. But it used to be our home too. Chang'an has long been deserted, but marks of old life can still be found there. Huh? Small animals? About that. Could it be some big guy? Do I tell her or not? Doesn't feel right to bring it up when we're talking about the celebration. Indeed, some rough big guys took Chang'an for their new home. Oh, I see. Chang'an has changed significantly. It's quite different from Qiming now. The degree of how different they were in appearance really struck me. Seeing that Fuhua was about to drift into aimless ruminations about Chang'an again, the harmonious Vita immediately grabbed Fuhua's hand and shook it. Miss Fuhua, you still haven't given me any ideas. Let me think. I had a little sightseeing tour in Qiming a few days ago. Qiming is a real metropolis. You must have met a lot of people there. There was a lot of hustle and bustle indeed.